have heard all kinds of variety, different pieces of information here and there. So all these informations, you have to collect them back together, make it one useful thing for you, which is necessary. Otherwise, it is scattered information. Here you heard, here there I heard, all this will not do. So all has to be collected in. Experience of the people who very kindly share their experience, you have to plug in wherever you have difficulties and wherever you don't have difficulties, wherever you can plug in, you should. Particularly, people share difficulties, how they've been able to help. You have to plug that with you very much. Generally, what did you gain out of this retreat? When you go back, what can you take it with you? With you. You have heard the qualities of a 5 wisdom spot to leading to Buddha. Is that applicable to your life at this moment? May or may not be. Will be later, but may or may not be right now. But whatever you have heard, these are the things that are possible to become with you. But also we have learned one thing. It is extremely difficult to reach on the path, to be ordinary, to be from the lay person. This Buddhist funny way of counting lay person, ordinary person, and extraordinary person. We're all lay level, beginning level, kindergarten level, lay level. This is a very, very long way. So all this experience of Buddha and disciples and the Tibetan masters thereafter in very practical form of a stage of development, which is really the roadmap. How do I lead myself within the lay people to enter into the path? How do I do? Once I enter the path, things are much easier. Once I entered the second part, even easier. Once I entered third part, it's almost like automatic thereafter. Knowing that, making the individual walking through the roadmap. The roadmap is nothing more or less than earlier Tibetan teachers have put them in the little prayer form. Prayer form, I may develop perfect Guru devotional practice. I may develop perfect appreciation of life. 2 stages you already have. I may develop perfect understanding of impermanent. 3rd stage you have. Within that impermanent stage, you not only have impermanent, gross, and subtle impermanent. Gross impermanent is death. Subtle is very, very much within our life, and there's a very subtle. The thing is this: what makes impermanent our life? The moment we have a life, we are born with the destructive mechanism together. Together. The moment it is born, destructive things happens. So when you talk about impermanent, you're not talking about I kick my bucket down the road somewhere. But this thing is the moment I exist with the destructive nature together. So I'm going, growing, getting old, aging, getting sick, bringing me close to death, closer to the death. So that impermanent. What do I do if I go? I have no power, no control. Take a refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Why Buddha? Because he proved to be right. No faults, compassionate, nothing difference between Buddha's love to those who physically harm Buddha or those who physically helping Buddha. So somebody who comes with the sandalwood massaging person and somebody who comes with the chisel shaping, cutting the Buddha's body, Buddha has no different love. One love, one feeling for both of them. That's one of the reasons why Buddha felt. Experienced and wise. There are a number of reasons. But doesn't have to be Buddha as a historical Buddha or Buddha as a Buddhist Buddha. Buddha as anything enlightened, pure enlightened, who have those qualities. Whatever Jesus or Muhammad or whatever it is, if they have that quality, that's that. Anyway, taking refuge means to totally rely on. When you go and totally rely on, they will say, I help you, but you have to do, you are responsible for yourself, nobody else. So what do? Positive and negative deeds, or a term called wise and unwise deeds. That's what it is. Unwise deed is 10 non-virtuous. Killing, stealing, sexual misconduct. It's funny, when you look at the sexual misconduct, some people say, they look in the Tibetan books, they say, oh, you're having had the sex at the wrong time, wrong place. That's not so much is. Violence, raping is sexual misconduct, no question. Whoever is raping whom, man, woman, whatever, it is very much sexual misconduct. And many more. That is sexual misconduct. Lying. And creating, not telling truth and making funny. Sometimes people try to be diplomatic, not try to tell truth and try to cover it up. Create more trouble. That is non-virtuous. Right or wrong, tell the truth. Maybe gently, yes. And some people will say, well, I don't want to tell because so and so other people will get into trouble. And that creates more trouble. Lie, to cover one lie, you lie more and more and more and more. And then you become a liar. The Republicans call Hillary a liar. Isn't it? Don't they? They do. I don't know whether she's a liar or not. That's their call. Because to cover one thing, pull out and then tell another thing, and then they say easily, you're a liar. So then that's what it is, lying, creating difficulties, harsh word, and unnecessary suffering, creating gossip. Suffering for yourself and for others. Being mean, wanted to be hurt people, and totally not believing anything. Not necessarily not believing in dharma or not that, but totally you don't believe in anything. So these are the 10 virtue, non-virtue. That's how it works, and that gives us moral ground. That provides us to be a good person. When you keep on building that, your negativities goes down, your positivities will gain. So when there's no more water coming, there's no more flood. Flood of negativities, no more coming because no more water you're supplying. It's very simple and difficult to do. And not only as we have difficulties in life, even life after life, everybody else we have it. So equanimity, which is extremely difficult, extremely important. We as Americans, we know equality, equanimity, how important it is. But if you bring that to your practice, yourself, you wanted to look at people, look at yourself. There is no equality. There is no equanimity. It only exists in the Constitution and in our words and the letters. We don't. So you have to make that reality. That's also why you do a lot of those equality meditations. What you wanted, what they wanted, why you are superior than they, why they are inferior, less important than you. And you say, because it's me. Why me is so important? Because of my perception, my ego. And all this way try to develop compassion. Compassion. Compassion to all. To all. Without developing love, you cannot develop compassion. If you feel poor thing, sorry, without love, it is not a compassion. It is pity feeling. It is maybe sympathy. It's a pity feeling. So you don't want a pity feeling. Nobody wants. Compassion is acceptable. So develop compassion for yourself and for others. Then seeking enlightenment, because total knowledge makes totally difference. So moving towards this and the total dedication. And that way, whatever you do, even you eat, drink, chit-chat, walk around, sleeping, all becomes positive, virtuous deed because of this power of the mind. 전주 심기 주는 계획 고와 떨어졌다면 냠다나 대신에 세시 조지 제대로 하면 집에 작전. The moment you develop the body mind, you become bodhisattva. The young bodhisattvas are totally taken care of by the senior bodhisattvas and the Buddhas. People worship rising moon, not this descending moon. So you are really get into there. And with the Vajrayana help, moment you getting over there, and you begin to develop concentration power, and we have this Gom business, and you go in there and meditate, and there's 9 stages, and out of 9 stages, by the time when you reach 4th stage, before 9th stage, even 4th stage, you do get quite a good stable mind, and be able to use meditating on your mind, be able to transfer on the meditating on emptiness. And lucky enough, you may be able to reach the path of seeing, and 6th, 7th, and 8th Bhumi stage maybe together. This is very simple. I read somebody's book. It says this is a very special quality of not only a Vajrayana, but it is a quality of Jangon tradition. So Jangola Motsongkhapa's special way. So really meditating on 9 stages of the meditation. By 4th, you may be able to get very far away. So opportunities are open and valuable. Fortunate enough that you are exposed. And that's all I would like to talk to you and conclude whatever you hear on that path. That you should build up within you. A solid called practice that you should build up. Not so much of a same prayers. If you like saying prayers, fine, but think with when you say what you say. But something to meditate solidly called your practice. Build that. Do it. Do it as much as you can. You can. But don't force it. Do it as much as you can. And then avoid negativities. Build positive deeds as much as you can. Watch your mind all the time. That's what you do.